Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Victoper Rechargeable LED headlamp. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. There are some directions on the side. It says remove the battery holder, put the two 18650s into the flashlight according to the plus and minus rightly, and then it has some warnings here like don't shine it in your eyes. There's product specifications, and here are some instructions. Here has some tips. You can read through these, but it says things like don't mix the batteries, turn it off when the brightness starts to get weak to extend the life of the batteries. On the back here we have some specs. So the model is KC08. The LED type is Cree XM-LT6. Power is 30 watt. Working voltage is 3.7 volts. Battery capacity is 2400 milliamp hours. Waterproof is IPX5. Powered by two 18650s. Charging time is 3 to 5 hours. Charging method is with USB cable. Material is aluminum alloy. So here we have a guide, talks about the batteries. So it has the two batteries. It says take off the film and it says to charge them. So let's get all this out of here. So it looks like my battery's already in there. Here's the charge cable. It's a micro USB charge cable. Okay, so there is a note here. It says open the battery cover and remove the film. Okay, so I will do that. So I'll peel this off. Okay, I see it here. So this has this rubber cover here and it has a little ring on it, so it's held captive. I'll pop this out and I need to take the film off. Sometimes you can just rotate these. That seemed to work. Now if you use a knife or scissors, make sure you don't damage the batteries with it. So I'll put these batteries in. There we go. And I'll put the cover back on like so. So that looks like it's ready to go. Let's see if this works. Okay. So this has quite a few modes on it. So this has two buttons on the top. So if I press the right button, the two center lights go on. If I press it again, these four lights go on. Again, all six go on. Turn it off and we have flashing lights. Press the other set. Those are these two middle lights. So they had high, low, and red flashing. Let's see if we can do all. So here we have all 8 on at the same time. So that's probably going to be your brightest mode. Then this head here will tilt. So it tilts down at 90 degrees. So if you're wearing this on your head, you can tilt it down. So this has the headlamp in the front and it uses this cable to go to the battery pack in the back. So you have this kind of balanced setup here. So you have the battery pack in the back, headlamp in the front. And then it has these elastic straps here. Hold together. They are adjustable. So I want to do some tests with this light, but before I do that I'll charge it up. So I'll get this on the charger and then I will cut the video and I'll come back after it's charged to do some tests. So before I cut, I'll show it on the charger here. We have 0.54 amps, so it's charging at just under half an amp. So that can vary depending on the state of charge of these batteries. Okay, so I'm in my garage to demonstrate. And it's mostly pitch black in here. There are some windows off to the side, but it's not really lighting up the garage space. So first I'll turn on the cob lights. So this is the cob lights on high, and I'm pointing at the wall. I'll come back here, I'll point at the garage door. So this is a more even light here. So this might be better for close-up work. So if I get closer to the wall, so if you're say working on a car or working on a project, I think the cob light might be the most ideal light to use here. So then I'll turn it to low. So it's flashing in the camera, but it's not flashing in real life. I mean it is, but you can't see it, it's so fast. So I'll hit it again. This is the red mode. Now this looks a lot redder on camera than it does in person, or it looks a lot brighter. But a mode like this is to help with your night vision so you don't lose your night vision. So this might be good if you're hiking at night and you want to maintain your night vision, or maybe you're looking at a map or something. And then the last mode is the red flash. So that would be for like an emergency. So now let's go to the spotlight modes. So here's the spotlight. So I'll do this up close against the wall first, like super close. So this is the first mode, and this has the two LEDs on top of each other. This has the 4 in a line. This has all 6. And the next mode is flash. And that could almost be used as a security feature. It's really hard to look at that flash. It's kind of disorienting. So if you're jogging at night and someone tried to attack you, you could potentially turn that on and stun that person. Or you could use it just to get attention. So I'll back up here, I'll turn on the single spotlight mode, we'll shine that against the wall. So this is the two LEDs stacked, this is the 4 side by side, this is all 6, and this is that flash mode. So we can turn the cob and the spotlights on at the same time, so I'll do that. So this is all lights on at the same time. I don't know if I can show this up against the wall maybe. So this is all, it's kind of hard to see those cob lights because they're such an even light. So it kind of blends in with the spotlight. But you can see that spotlight really projects a lot more than the cob light. Now this looks more distinct on camera too. It's a little more faded towards the edges in real life. On camera it looks very distinct for that spot. So here on the garage door it's a little bit more faded. So if you're riding a bike with this on or something, or you're running, you might want the spotlight mode on so you can see far ahead of you on the trail. And then like I said, if you're working on something, working on a car, changing a flat tire, you might want that cob light to give a more even light. This also has a red light on the back. I'll show that here. So I'll click it once and that turns it on, and that's just a red LED. And then I'll click it again and that will flash. So here it is, I'm probably about 10 feet away from it. So this is not a very bright light or a very big light, but that flashing makes it very visible. So if you're running or walking at night, this would make you more visible to people behind you. Okay, so I wanted to do a long throw demonstration of this. So I'm 50 foot from my garage door. I'll turn the regular spotlight on. This is the 2 lights on top of each other. This is the 4 lights, and this is the 6 lights. So you can see this has a very long throw on it. In comparison, here's the cob. It barely lights up anything, but if we point down, it does a great job of lighting right in front of me. Okay, so I want to show this on my head. So I'll install it like so. So you can see the elastic strap here. We have the light in the front. We have the battery in the back here. I can adjust these straps if I wanted to. Now this will point straight ahead, or it'll point straight down. So this is pointing right in front of me. So it also has detents at different angles. So you can see the different angles this can point at in between. So the light in the front and the battery in back balances out nicely, so it's very comfortable. So that's the Victoper LED headlamp. I like that this has the cob lights here for looking at things up close or for like repair work, and then it has those spotlights, so if you're like hiking or biking or something, those really project the light. It also has those flashing modes for emergencies. Since this takes 2 18650 cells, you're going to get a lot of capacity out of this, but also you could carry extra cells with you if you want more capacity, so that's a nice feature. And I didn't show this up close earlier, but this is the button here for that rear light. So you can turn that on if you're doing something at night where you want a little bit more visibility behind you. This feels like it has really nice construction on it, but this headlamp seems very versatile. I think it'll be good for repair work and for camping equally, and for other nighttime activities. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.